What up, y'all? So, we got a little Jay-Z video we're gonna get into. Right now, he's entangled with all types of mess with Diddy, and a little elf on his shoulder about hidden kids is now bubbling back up to the surface. Now, as big of a Jay-Z fan that I am, I do not believe that he is beyond reproach, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. But in the midst of everything, man, we are just gonna watch it play out in the courts. That's all we can do. What I will say is there's always been rumblings of him having outside much older kids. I did a video on it a while ago. I'll play the clip next. Let's take a look at it.
Now, there is some questionable things surrounding Jay-Z and allegations that he has outside kids. Now, these kids allegedly came about before him and Beyonce got married. Originally, I never believed any of this. I'm like, yo, Jay-Z talks so much about legacy and family. There's no way he would have any outside kids and he's not bringing them into the kingdom and giving them all this generational wealth that he talks about. I refuse to believe that Jay-Z would not be out here, like, accepting his kids. Then one damn night, I ended up in a rabbit hole and I don't know what to believe anymore. So, as these alleged kids start coming out of the woodworks, they're now adults. And as they're telling their story and I'm listening to the details, there's a large component that just kind of sticks out to me. And it's mainly his refusal to take a DNA test to deny paternity. There's two people who claim to be the kids of Sean Carter. One guy, the son, has been in a lawsuit with him allegedly for years. No resolution to this lawsuit. And it keeps just boiling down to Jay-Z refusing to take a paternity test. And he seems to be using all these legal loopholes to kind of keep pushing, taking the paternity off or getting the case thrown out. It's all these little weird circumstances that you would be like, bro, if that's not your child, just take the test and be done with it. But he keeps allegedly weaseling around it with the legal system. Now that I did find kind of suspicious and odd, like, bro, why you just won't take the test? I have a good idea of why he won't take the test. I'll let you do some research and figure it out. And it's not just because he doesn't want to claim this boy as a son. There's another reason why I think he keeps using these loopholes to not take the paternity test with this son. Because if it is his child, yes, that can definitely put cracks in the Sean Carter legacy and empire that him and Beyonce has built.
So, okay, and now that he's tied into accusations with Diddy, I can confidently say the reason Hov is denying this DNA test, there was an age gap between Jay-Z and Rymir's mom. Rymir is the alleged son who's been fighting all these years just to get a DNA test done. Now, if I remember the story correctly, it would put his mom around 15 to 16 years old, and it would put Jay-Z early to mid-20s. So I think he doesn't want to take the test because if it's positive, wow, what a chink in the armor. But yo, this could have been handled way differently, man. You could have taken this test years ago. If it's negative, Rymir could have moved on with his life, continue to search for his real father. If it's positive, man, just bring him into the kingdom. This is what you could have done years ago. You could have just brought him into the family business. Or if it's positive and you didn't want to bring him into the family business or the kingdom, shoot him some dough, let him sign an NDA, and just take care of him for the rest of his life as he lives in the shadow as Jay-Z's sons. Hey, that's the rumor of what he's been doing with his other two potential kids. I heard he got two other daughters out in the streets, allegedly. Problem is, he never expected social media to grab a hold to this situation with Rymir and turn it into a thing. So for the sake of this boy, Hov, man, take the test. Or Rymir, try to take another ancestry test. Then try 23andMe. Now, these sites are becoming more and more restrictive. I've been on Ancestry for a few years. Now, in the past, when you first started out, it was free. You can see everybody's information. Now, people have the option to hide their DNA results, hide their family trees for privacy. White people be doing it because when us black people find out we got white ancestors and we be trying to reach out to them, they don't want to have nothing to do with us. But anyway, if I was him, I'd take another ancestry test. And if I get one hit that says Carter, and also make sure you research his mama name, find out her maiden name, and then find out who his daddy is and start going down that line. You'll get some answers. Take another ancestry test. But yo, I feel bad for this guy, not just because he's potentially tied to Jay-Z, I feel bad for any child who wants to know who their parents or family is. People just want to have a connection to something. I think it's messed up when potential parents are outside in the world evading their kids. But in other Hove news, the NFL said they're going to stick beside him. Let's take a look at the clip.
We're aware of the civil allegations, and Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously litigation's happening now, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. The first part of your question is how the relationship's evolving. I think they're getting comfortable with not just the Super Bowl, but other events that they've advised us on, helped us with. They've been helpful in the social justice area to us on many occasions. They've been great partners.
Now, the NFL is playing this very close to the vest because 10 years ago, they would have dropped him so quick. But in the midst of Black Lives Matter, DEI, all these initiatives focused on diversity, and Jay-Z not being a little pushover, the NFL doesn't want to drop Jay-Z, and then these allegations come back as false because they know Jay-Z is going to sue. He don't mind suing companies and getting a check. So, how do y'all feel about the Rymir situation? Do y'all think Hove should just take the test and get it over with? Or do you think he's well within his right to keep ducking and dodging? Maybe he feels like if I take one test, what's going to stop 500 other people from coming and I'm going to have to take 500 tests? So I kind of understand that a little bit. But hey, leave your thoughts below. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.